This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Welcome to Usapang Bayan. Ako po si George Chua kasama ang aking co-host na si Rach Marquez. Pag-uusapan po natin ang mga mahahalagang issue na kinahaharap ng ating bayan.
Makakasama po natin sa gabing ito para pag-usapan ang sektor ng edukasyon sa bansa. Una ang edukasyon, Congressman Salvador Belardo. Welcome to the show, sir.
Magandang hapon, Sir George, Ma'am Rach. Good evening.
Mabuti naman po nakadalo kayo dito sa ating munting programa, Congressman. At ang party list ho natin, ang ang edukasyon.
Isa pong karangalan.
Napaka angkop na party list yan dahil kasi ho, ang kinabukasan ng ating mga kababayang Pilipino ay nakasalalay sa kanilang edukasyon. Siguro ho, bago natin pagpatuloy ang ating diskusyon, pwede ho bang ipaliwanag nyo sa ating mga tagapanood kung sino ho ba si Congressman Bong Belardo, no? At paano ho kayo na-involved dito sa edukasyon?
Ako po ay isang simpleng probinsyano. Ang tatay ko po ay isang farmer, isang magsasaka sa Goa, Camarines Sur. Ako po ay pinanganak sa Iriga. Malapit lang din sa Goa. At ang nanay ko po naman ay isang public school teacher. And throughout my life, ako po ay isang produkto ng public school system. So doon pa ako nag-aral ng elementarya sa Katagbakan Elementary School. Medyo valedictorian lang naman po. Kaya medyo all the way up. Tapos kaya tayo ay nakarating sa University of the Philippines. State scholar po tayo for 4 years. Nag-graduate po tayo ng, pasensya na po, pero kailangan sabihin, cum laude. At ako po ay pumunta sa College of Law, naging class president. At ako naman po ay nakapag-aral din sa Cornell University sa New York, where I was also elected as class representative. So basically po, yun ang aking background. Nag-practice po ako ng bigyan lang abogado. Medyo matagal din po ako naging lawyer for 20 years before going to Congress.
Pero ngayon ho, ang pinaka-first term nyo as congressman.
At bago ko po makalimutan, Sir George, pinagsasabay ko po yun, lawyering and teaching.
Yes.
So I used to teach in UP, Los Baños, Diliman, Ateneo de Manila, Entrepreneurship School of Asia, at naging dekano rin po ako ng batas sa St. Dominic Savio College of Law. So yun po basically ang aking background.
Pero ngayon ho, sa unang pasok nyo pa lang sa Kongreso, nabasa ko dun sa card nyo, Assistant Majority Leader na kaagad kayo.
Yung sa Committee on Rules pa kasi, pag ikaw ay miyembro noon, automatically you are an Assistant Majority Leader.
I see.
So the committee deals with the rules of the House and also the bills to be deliberated at the plenary. I think one reconsideration is that because I'm a lawyer and you need to have somebody to have that background in order to facilitate the proceedings.
While we were talking earlier po, nabanggit nyo ho, kayo ho ay nakapag-file na sa loob ng ilang buwan ho, 3 buwan, ng ilan hong bills na ho ang na-file nyo?
For the record, Sir George, on my first day in office, we filed, because we want to make a statement, we filed 100 bills. I'm sorry, 30 bills on our first day in office. That was July 7 because we were quite late. And then on our 100th day, we were able to file 100 bills already.
Wow.
And siguro po yun ang naging basihan. Pasensya na po ulit at kailangan kong i-cite for the record na tayo po ay nahirang na outstanding congressman for 2016. Isa po doon sa mga nahirang by Super Brands Marketing Philippines.
Ay, very good po.
And when I asked them, bakit nyo ako pinili? Ako ay isang newcomer lamang. Ang sabi po nila, because they chose me, among others, because of the quality and the quantity of the bills that I filed.
Alam niyo po, yung chairman ng Super Brands Philippines po, isa ho dito sa ating talk show host rin ho. So, kaya familiar ho kami dyan sa Super Brands na yan. Napakagaling po talaga.
Salamat po, Super Brands ulit.
Sir, na-mention niyo po na kayo po ay isang produkto ng public school.
Opo, proud product of the public school system.
Of public school system. Ano po ba yung mga nakita yung problema sa public school system na napagdesisyonan niyo po na tumakbo sa Kongreso para pumalutas itong mga problema na to?
Yung background ko sa edukasyon bilang produkto ng public school system at yung nanay ko rin po ay isang guro, public school teacher. May isang kapatid ako na guro. Ang asawa ko rin po ay guro din. So, napag-aralan ko po kung ano yung mga problema sa edukasyon. Sabi nga, you cannot represent something that you do not feel and live with. So, masasabi ko po yung buhay ko, parang isa bang telenovela na nasasabuhay yung aming aspirasyon bilang party list that ang tunay na pag-asa ay nasa edukasyon. Kasi pwede mong baguhin ang buhay mo through education.
Yung nabanggit nyo hong mga bills, no? Pwede nyo ho bang sabihin yung mga ilang major bills na na-file nyo? Kung ano ho yung magiging thrust or tema ng mga bills na yan?
May tatlong tema po yung aming bills na yon, yung 205 bills na na-file na namin, half of which are in education. Masabi ko pong tema is, number one, we are trying to promote employment through education. The second thread would be to improve education to achieve global standards. And number three, we're trying to take care of the stakeholders of education, like improvement in teacher salaries, strengthening of parents-teachers associations, taking care of students' welfare, and school personnel.
So, ano ho yung palagay niyong mauunang maaprubahan na sa mga bills na na-file niyo po?
So far, Sir George, kasi 7 months pa lang ho kami sa office, may mga bills na po kaming medyo malapit ng makaabot sa finish line, kung baga. Mahinog na po, no? Ripe for picking. One is the National School Feeding Program, in which this representation is also one of the co-authors. Yun po ay naglalayo na mapakain ng masustansyang pagkain yung mga bata. Naalala niyo po ba yung Nutriba nung araw?
Tama ho yun.
We're studying the possibility of reinstating that. That is one. Another one is, I am also a co-author of this bill restricting or prohibiting discrimination of single mothers and single parents and unwed mothers to the teaching profession if they are qualified. Yung pong tinatawag na anti-sexual discrimination bill. Medyo malapit na rin po siya kasi malapit na sa third reading. At ang pinakalitis po yung final ko na bill na on rationalized free college education bill. Yun po ang medyo malapit na sa
kung sakali ho ba yung, maganda ho yung idea nyo ng free college education, no? Dahil kasi sa mga ibang bayan, ibang bansa nga po, kahit na citizen ka nila o hindi, basta't nandun ka, libre ang inyong college education, no? So, paano nyo ho pa na binabalak ponduhan ho yan? At kung meron ba tayong sapat na mga public state colleges na kayang i-accept lahat po yan para maging estudyante nila?
Yun po ang pinag-aaralan din natin ngayon. And that is the thrust of the bill. Kasi, ang nangyari po kasi ngayon, nagkaroon ng 8.3 billion additional fund for scholarships. And because of that, although we are as educators, we have been longing to fight for that, free college education. Biglang nagkaroon ng ganon. For whatever reason, although we were advocating for it, nagkaroon po ng ganon. So by necessity, we have to make that continuous. Kasi hindi ka naman po makapag-graduate ng isang taon lang. Correct. So by necessity, there is a law needed to sustain that bonanza of 8.3 billion. Kaya po nagkaroon ng mga proposals in Congress for a free college education.
Yes.
Ang problema po doon, in my opinion, there is a need for rationalization of the grants of scholarships because if we will be producing more of the same graduates, we will not be solving unemployment.
Correct.
We would, instead of solving it, we would be increasing what we call the widening the education gap.
Yeah.
This is the phenomenon of 600,000 graduates
Walang
ending up
mapuntahan.
unemployed every year. And that is compounding every. Ngayon po, malapit na naman yung graduation. So, problema na naman natin yan. So, if you're going to produce more of the same products in our school system, useless, di ba? Useless po yung ating pag-grant ng scholarships. So, under my proposal, ang gagawin ho natin, we're going to have priority courses. Courses to respond to the needs of the Philippine economy and responsive to industry needs on a regional basis. And even worldwide, kung may mga needs abroad, kailangan may fitting, may twinning with industry needs. Yun po ang aming idea doon.
Actually ho, kung kanina ho, habang nag-uusap tayo bago tayo mag-umpisa ng programa natin, nabanggit ko ho sa inyo tungkol dun sa Special Education Fund na kasama ng pagbayad natin sa amilyar sa lupa. So maari hong makatulong siguro sa ating edukasyon yan, particularly sa funding, kung malaman lang natin kung saan napupunta yung mga yung kinokolektang pera para dun sa Special Education Fund na yan, kasabay sa pagkolekta ng amilyar sa lupa.
Actually, Sir George, yan po ang isang pinag-aaralan din namin ngayon. Buti po na napansin nyo. Kasi pinag-aaralan namin ngayon, iba-iba kong practices ng mga LGUs. That is right po. Under the local government code, we have a special education fund. But the practice varies. Ang iba po dyan, may mga locally funded colleges. Hindi po ito under ng CHED directly, although some are seeking regulation with CHED. Yung bang mga city colleges, so marami pong ganun. Pero tama po kayo na we need to oversee this fund kasi dapat ito mapunta lang sa edukasyon.
Ma-account natin.
Dapat ma-account, there should be transparency, there should be accounting kasi kinukuha po ito sa amilyar natin.
Yes.
So makakaasa po kayo that we will conduct an investigation on this, a resolution perhaps, or appropriate legislation to address this matter.
Very good.
You know what, sir? Very recently, I was able to interview the Vice President for Education Programs of the Global Peace Foundation. And sabi niya po, ang education system daw po sa buong mundo ay stocked in the 19th century. Yung mga teachers ay stocked sa 20th century, pero ang students ay products of the 21st century. Do you agree na aside po dun sa K-12 program that we have now, kailangan din pong ireforma yung education system natin as a whole?
Actually, ma'am, yung K-12 system is a response to that need. Because primarily, the K-12 system is mandated by external factors. For example, right now, we are into regionalization, ASEAN integration. How could you be consistent, coordinate even your school calendars as basic as that, if you are not synchronized with other countries? Di ba ho, sa integration, magkakaroon ng uniform system for capital, movement of labor, and investments, and services even. So naturally, you should be deriving those who would be working for these services from the school system. Magkakaroon ho ng free movement within the area, just like what happened in Europe. Now, ang mangyayari dyan, maging handicapped yung ating mga kababayan, even in our country. Because these employers would be looking for a certain qualification that our graduates do not have. So magiging handicap po tayo. It's more of really in response to external factors. And of course, we are living in a globalized village. So hindi po pwedeng masabi natin na, with all due respect to, sabi ng mga matanda dati, di ba? Ng tatay ko, nung panahon namin, magaling yung mga teachers namin, magaling kami, pero hindi, ano naman kami dito? What we don't realize is that the world has changed immensely in this century.
Napag-iwanan lang tayo.
Napag-iwanan na tayo. Di ba? So, yung mga best practices na tinatalakay natin ngayon, actually matagal yan sa Australia, sa New Zealand, sa US. So, yes, it's true. Tama po yun, observation. Nung panahon, magaling yung mga teachers. But is the world the same as that before, as it is right now?
Siguro ho, ang ibig lang ho silang sabihin noon, mas competitive ang Pilipinas nung panahon na yon. Mas nakakasabay sila sa kanilang mga competing countries. Pero ngayon ho, kung mapapansin nyo, ay parang even within our own ASEAN countries, medyo naglalag tayo ng konti. Or we're not as competitive as we were before. Yun ang palagay kong ibig nilang sabihin. Dahil kasi kung tutuusin naman, kagaya ng sinabi ni Rich, ang mga estudyante natin ay 21st century. Dahil kasi lahat ng estudyante ngayon, marunong gumamit ng mga Android, internet,
the
mga lahat yan.
millennials.
So alam nila ho lahat yan. Pero yung kanilang mga eskwelahang pinag-aaralan, palagay ko ho, yun ang kulang sa facilities, no? Kagaya ng banggit nyo kanina, karamihan ng school, wala man lang wifi.
Tama po yan, tama po yan. In fact, yung sa isang bill ko po na final sa Kongreso is the setting up of Wi-Fi facilities in the public elementary schools all over the country. Kasi parang sinabi rin to ni President Duterte doon sa zona niya. Kasi sabi niya doon sa zona niya, papalagyan niya daw ng Wi-Fi yung lahat ng mga public places sa country. To us as educators, that is a very revolutionary idea. Kasi pag pinaglagyan mo ng Wi-Fi yung isang lugar, a lot of things could be economized. Halimbawa na lang, ako teacher ako, magkasabit ako ng grades ko. Pwedeng masubmit through internet.
Correct.
Diba?
At saka marami silang information na ma-access.
Submit ka sa division office, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta ng Manila. Ano na lang, hindi mo na kailangan ng textbook. Yung nasa libro, nasa internet na lang yung syllabus mo, pwede na yun.
Ang problema lang ho natin, dun sa mga liblib na lugar, wala man lang mga cell sites. Dun ho ang palagay kong magkakaroon ng problema sa pag-provide ng Wi-Fi. Pero meron ho tayong solusyon dyan dahil kasi ang kumpanya rin natin ay gumagawa ng satellite broadband. Nagpo-provide tayo ng satellite broadband. Na ang ginagamit ho natin, hindi ho cell sites kung hindi satellite. So, pwede ho natin i-address pa rin yung problemang yan.
Yung, if I may recall, Sir George, last week in-approve yung National Broadband Plan. And that's very good on the part of the executive. Meron din po tayong bagong DICT, Department of Information Communications Technology. Hopefully, they really deliver.
Right.
Kasi yun talaga ang dapat nating unahin, yung malagyan ng mga Wi-Fi facilities para marami ho tayong matitipid doon.
Palagay ko pa. At sana nga ho, mapondohan rin yan dahil kasi kung magkakaroon nga ng infrastructure pero hindi naman nila ma-maintain yung recurring fees na yung monthly dues, ay putol lang huli na yan. Mapuputol rin ho siya.
Kailangan nung suportahan talaga because it's also a political process after all.
Well, we have to have a station break at this point. Please stay tuned with us and we will continue to have ang isa ang party list. Isa ang Edukasyon Party-List. Kasama natin ang Honorable Salvador B. Belardo Jr. Thank you.